Hello and welcome to the 2018 Mason High School Espys here at the beautiful facility at Crossroads Church here in Mason, Ohio. I'm Eric Miller alongside my partner Brian Hudnell. We're excited to be here. Brian, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. I can't wait to have the Espys here at Crossroads. Such a wonderful facility, and I can't wait to honor everything that happened here in Mason Athletics, everything here in Comic Country.
Yeah, beautiful venue. We're a little up the street from where we've been the last 2 years. We've been over at the high school auditorium the last 2 years. It's been a great production each of the first 2 years, Brian, but now everyone's stepping it up here for the third production.
Yeah, it's all the stops are pulled for this year at the Crossroads facility here in Mason for the first time. All the lights are on here, the red carpet's here. We got athletes, coaches, families all coming to honor the many programs here. And
we got athletes coming in as we speak, and I think we're going to send it over to the red carpet, and we've got some members of the girls lacrosse team with our team over at the red carpet.
Look up.
Cool. Tell her to come.
Thanks, Eric. Hey, everyone. I'm Eshawn.
And I'm Aiden Crowley.
And today we're joined with lacrosse players Sophie Hoffman, Megan Elko, and Nora Basher. So, guys, for not being able to beat Sycamore over the past 8 years, how did it feel to finally be able to get that win against them?
It felt amazing, especially because our coaches were the last people to beat Sycamore.
All right, Sophie, obviously you're up for Play of the Year with your behind-the-back goal. What was your thought process leading up to that goal? Was it something you had it planned in your head, or was it just something natural that came out?
Well, on the sidelines, Nora had bet me to do it, and if I did, I would get Chick-fil-A. And we were up by a lot, so I just said, why not?
All right.
So, Megan and Nora, what was your guys' reaction when she actually did it?
My reaction, I was ecstatic. I didn't know what to think. I had never seen it before except in videos, so I thought it was really cool to see it in person.
Thanks for joining us here, guys. We're going to kick it back to the desk with Eric and Brian Hudnell.
We're back on.
Were you able to talk some sense into her, Miss Jackie?
Yeah.
She's had a long day.
On the floor right there.
I was super old.
We're trying to get. All right, and we're back here,
Matt,
Brian. Girls lacrosse having a good start. They're starting the postseason, I believe, this week. So we're going to talk. We got Jake Orlando on deck, Brian. He's up for Play of the Year.
And he had a great one-hand interception, very complex interception, the one hand at the sidelines. Really, it was a huge game.
Oh, yeah, it was a big play. I remember that game. We were playing Middletown. It was homecoming. Jake had that great interception along the visitor's sideline, and I was in the tent, and then I just hear the roar of the crowd, and it was really an incredible catch. I've watched that play, numerous times. It's a great play, and we're excited to get a chance to talk with him. So I believe we're going to bring him on right here. Jake, come on out here, my friend.
How you doing, Eric?
Jake, I'm doing well. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. Couldn't be better.
So you're up for Play of the Year. Kind of, what are your thoughts about that? You excited?
Performance of the year,
Yeah. I'm up for
and breakout athlete.
to be here doing this or being up for this award. I never thought I'd play football again after my injury, but just being here with all the amazing athletes we have at Mason, it's an honor.
So what was it like? I mean, you said you never thought you'd play football again. Kind of what was last year like for you getting to be on the big stage?
It was great just getting back to be with my friends and basically my family. That's how I look at it. And it was just fun being out there on the field again. And when that play happened, I really didn't even think of it. I just thought of going routine play, except just things happen to go my way.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of just reached out there, and we'll see the video later, but you kind of just stabbed at it. I mean, did you plan to go out there with one hand or anything?
No, I was just trying to get a hand on it, trying to deflect it down, and ended up going my way. So
that was a game-changing play, Brian, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and you're also part of the defense that's up for Performance of the Year, six shout-outs throughout the year. Just kind of talk about how, throughout the season, how that helps in a performance like that throughout the season.
Yeah, being on that defense, that Wolfpack mentality, I've never been on something quite like it, and with that mentality, it kind of just kept us all together, and it was never just one person.
Right. It's always a team effort, and Coach Barrick, Coach Falk, can you talk about kind of what he did for you guys? He's going to be the head coach of Monroe next year, but what did he do for you guys?
Yeah, Coach Falk was one of the most encouraging coaches I had to me this year, and he really helped me so far come a long way from where I was to where I am now. I feel like I've grown a lot with him.
And then kind of how are you looking forward to next year? You know, you're a senior, kind of that's a whole new role for you to take on. What are you guys looking to do next year?
Yeah, we're just looking to go out there and have some fun. I'm just looking to have one last go around with my boys.
All right, Jake Orlando, thanks for coming on, my friend. We appreciate it.
Thanks for
Enjoy
having
the ceremony. So thank you so much for coming on. And
yeah, thank you.
Brian, we got Mason football. We got a couple athletes. Chase Evans is going to be up for the most outstanding breakthrough athlete of the fall. That's the first award of the night.
Absolutely. Chase Evans was one of the kind of breakthrough athletes to see for the fall. He was a second team GMC all-conference, 52 tackles. And he kind of quickly established himself on that defensive line. He also played on the offensive end as well. And he really was a reliable player for the Comets.
He was. Chase Evans, Emma Shuey, Aaron Tumulty, and Jogger Vetter are 4 nominees for Breakthrough Athlete of the Fall. Emma, you don't often see a senior at Mason kind of step in their last season. It was Emma's first year kind of as the starting varsity goalie as a senior. I mean, she had a great year as well.
Absolutely. When your goalie's playing their best and shutting out teams, it just helps your soccer team all together. It jumpstarts the offense. And I think we have a couple more red carpet interviews, so we're going to send it down to our team on the red carpet.
Hey, thank you, Eric. Now I'm joined here with the football team, 9-3 overall record. Chase Evans, defensive lineman, Matt Sora, running back. And Chase, we're going to start with you. You're a breakthrough athlete. You're a participant for the Breakthrough Athlete of the Fall, and also the defense is up for Performance of the Year for 6 shutouts on the season and 4 in a row. You guys average 9.9 points a game, first in the GMC. What was the mindset going into each and every game, knowing that you guys were this dominant throughout the year?
Honestly, a big thing that Coach Falk just put in our minds was playing together, like everybody do their job. Like if you mess up one play, come back and just do it better the next and play together.
3 years of your football career, you've broken a countless amount of records. What kind of legacy do you feel that you've left on the football program?
Well, hopefully, Madison, I just wanted to leave a legacy about myself that the younger guys can kind of look up to and, follow my footsteps and continue what not only me but my team have done this year. And, I can speak for not only myself but my teammates that next year we're really going to miss playing for the green and white.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Now let's throw it back to Eric and Brian at the desk.
Thank you, guys. Matt Sora, Chase Evans down there. A couple two-sport athletes, Brian, football guys who also play on the hardwood for the Comets this past year.
Absolutely. So 2 sport athletes there. Matt sometimes being 3. He also played track last year. And coming into the boys basketball season, we have Landon Long being nominated for Breakthrough Athlete of the Winter. And he really kind of quickly established himself as well, being a junior. So he's going to be a big player next year for the Comets.
Absolutely. We've got 2 juniors from each side of the basketball program. You mentioned Landon Long. He averaged 12.5 points a game, scored 22 in a game 4 times. Brian really knows how to score the basketball. He was second team all-conference in his first year on varsity. And then Sade Tucker from the girls' side. Can you talk about Sade and kind of what she did for the Comets this year?
Sade Tucker was kind of like starter throughout the season. She was average. She really kind of struggled to find her role, but once the postseason hit, she caught fire, and she was really the spark plug for the Comets in the postseason. She had a great game against West in the regional finals.
Amazing game.
And that was one of the best. I believe that's nominated for Game of the Year. That was just an exciting game from top to bottom.
That's my pick for Game of the Year.
That was mine as well. And it was just really a fun game to watch. Great atmosphere, and Strade was a huge part of that.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Matula described her as a catalyst, and I think that's that's pretty much word for word what you just described her as. Sade moved in from outside of the Mason School District. She averaged 9 points, 20 minutes a game, first team all-conference, great defensive player. But that entire girls basketball team, Brian, was incredible. They made that run to the state championship. I'd say them and the girls swimming team really kind of the favorites for Team of the Year here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. The girls swimming team won state. First one under Coach Sullivan. They've always been so close to getting. They've been runner-up, and they finally get that elusive state title. And I mean, we got Allison Blobon being nominated for the Career Achievement Award, and her impact on the program was huge.
We could talk about them all night. Lauren Thomas going to go swim at Vanderbilt. She's an incredible athlete as well. Stephanie Schoenlein going to, I believe, Bowling Green State. So they've got a bunch of collegiate swimmers. As we've kind of gone through the breakthrough athletes, we're going to go to the breakthrough athletes of the spring, Brian. Kind of the 2 that stand out to me, Carson Croy and Tori O'Brien. Carson his first year on the varsity lacrosse team, only a sophomore, leading the team in scoring.
And Victoria Bryant's on the softball as well, and she is hitting over 600 for the Comets, and that is just unheard of. It's getting on base and scoring runs, and that's very valuable for any softball team that you have out there. It's just getting on base, and she has really quickly established herself at that kind of get on base role, and really just, it's been very valuable for the Comets.
Yeah, Tori's a great player. I've gotten to watch her play a lot. Great defensive third baseman as well. She started as a freshman. If things go as planned, she's going to be a 4-year starter. And our girls softball team, they're playing the Edgewood Cougars right now, Brian, in the district semifinal action. So hopefully they'll be able to get here in time to see that award go. And then next up on the awards, we got Play of the Year. We kind of went through Jake Orlando's one-handed catch, and I think we'll go through those next, Brian, as we're going to send it back over to Aiden Crowley on the red carpet for another interview.
Thanks, Eric and Brian. Now I'm joined with freshman tennis player Jamie Kim with a 12-1 overall record, 5-0 in the conference. How are you doing tonight, Jamie?
Pretty good.
Now, you are up for a lot of awards as a freshman. You're up for Female Athlete of the Year. You're also up for Performance of the Year with your state run. What were your expectations going into the year? Did you expect to have this big of an impact on the court for your team?
I definitely did not expect for this successful year, but I don't know, I was trying my best, and with the support with my teammates and my coaches, I'm glad I got through this year.
So obviously you set the bar really high for yourself after this game, after the season that you put together. You still have 3 years ahead of you. What are your expectations going into next year? Do you expect to keep this level of play or even break through that bar that you set?
Yeah, next year I hope to break through and possibly even win state for individual. So.
That's awesome. Thank you for joining us. Good luck tonight. Now we're going to send it back over to Eric and Brian.
All right, thank you, Aiden. Jamie Kim, freshman on that state championship tennis team. Brian, how about that?
Absolutely. She just quickly came in, and she was one of the dominant tennis players here in Southwest Ohio and in the state as well. And she just won state champion, and she helped the Mason girls tennis team become a state team champion, and she, along with her other accolades as well. On the boys' side, we have Niraj Comantini that's being nominated for Male Athlete of the Year. He, as well as kind of been a part of, it's still going on in the Mason spring side of things.
Playing, yeah.
But Niraj is a 5-star recruit, and he has quickly become a household name here in Common Country.
Yeah, I mean, Niraj Comantini, one of the best tennis players in the city, the state, and the country. He's undefeated as a singles player this year, #1 in the GMC, won GMC Player of the Year. And then just to go back to Jamie Kim, 22-2 as a freshman, Brian, made state as an individual, and then to be a part of that state championship team with Nicole Reed and Coach Reed as well. I mean, that's just an incredible accomplishment.
Absolutely, and it's hard as a freshman to come in right away and be that person, and Jamie Kim just did that in stride, and she won a lot of accolades, and she just dominated from the get-go. It was just boom right away.
Well, yeah, I mean, the girls tennis team, their state championship run, they played the semifinal and the final on the same day. That is up for Gamer Match of the Fall. We'll see that later. We're presenting that award, so stay tuned. But yeah, girls tennis, boys tennis, both had incredibly successful years. As we're going to move on to Performance of the Year, we had Abby Hughes and then again Jamie Kim. Our defensive unit from the football team, six total shutouts, Brian, in one football season.
And that accomplishment just says it in itself. And they had 4 consecutive to end the season as well. They carried it into the postseason against West Claremont, and you can just tell they just turned it another gear. And that attitude that Jake Orlando said in his interview, it was evident on the field, and it really just created opportunities for the offense.
They really were a band of brothers. And then Julana Zhang from the girls golf team went on a huge run in the GMC tournament. She won the tournament Player of the Year.
Absolutely, she dominated as well. Really came in right off the gate and dominated at GMCs. Zhang was just one of the better golfers on the girls team, and she was pretty much the ace on the rotation there.
And then our other Performance of the Year, Abby Hughes against Ursuline in the regional semifinal, a game that's nominated for Match of the Year. The Comets lost that one in 5 sets, but Abby had 51 assists, 18 digs, and Brian, she went over 2,000 assists for her career between Mason and Sycamore. As we'll get back to Abby after this break, we're going to go over to Eshawn and Madison on the red carpet.
Thanks, Eric. I'm Eshawn.
And I'm Madison Bangs.
And here we're with basketball players Sammy Puisis, Anna Brickman, and Ty Fulton. So guys, this year you guys had the addition of 2 new players to your program, and it seemed like you guys didn't skip a beat. How did you guys feel like that affected your team chemistry overall?
Well, it just added just a little bit more spark for our team. You know, we really bonded with the girls, and we really had just a great team chemistry overall. And so I think that it just helped our spark throughout the tournament run as well.
With such a young core in your program, it's very important to have some strong leadership. Sammy, how are you preparing to step up next year as a senior and fill that leadership role?
Well, we're definitely going to lose a lot of great seniors next year, and me as one of 3 seniors, I'm definitely going to have to step up, be more vocal, lead by example, and I think if I do those things, we'll have another great year.
Thank you girls for joining us. Good luck tonight. Let's take it back to Eric and Brian at the desk.
All right, thank you guys. The girls basketball team, an incredible run to the state Final Four this year, Brian.
Absolutely. It was exciting to watch how the community just embraced them when they beat West in that regional final. And when they got to Columbus, you know, the whole stands was green and white, and it was cool to see them in that atmosphere and the kind of support they got, and it was rightfully deserved.
It was a real fun experience. As we move into to tie that in, the girls basketball team got 2 nominees for Female Athlete of the Year. Anna Brinkman, the first one, a 2-sport athlete. Anna played volleyball and basketball. She's going to keep playing volleyball at Northern Kentucky. Really improved as a basketball player in the last year, Brian. She was kind of primarily known for her volleyball skills.
Absolutely, and she really got that key rebound that the Comets needed, her and Ty. She got that key pass, and then she was huge underneath the basket. You get that rebound, put it back up, and she really improved her free throw percentage as well. She was kind of a 50-55% free throw shooter, and then her senior year was like around in the 70s, which that kind of improvement is crazy.
It's unheard of, really, but she improved. And then we're going to talk about Sammy Puisis as well for the girls basketball team. We're going to wrap it up, and I think our next athlete was going to be Amaya King, and we're going to send it over to the red carpet. Aiden is with Amaya right now.
Thanks, Eric. And now I'm joined with senior track star Amaya King. Amaya, I mean, you've just been dominant throughout your 4 years. What kind of work ethic has gone in to put you at this position that you are right now?
Just a lot of praying, a lot of staying after practice when everyone is gone and getting some extra throws in. A lot of affirmations, reciting stuff as far as like what I want to hit that day, what kind of goals I want to reach, and a lot of lifting in the weight room, just a lot of working hard, and I could not have done it without my family supporting me, so yeah, I'm very grateful.
So you're up for Female Athlete of the Year, and you're really deserving for that award. Going into next year with college, you're going to Purdue to continue your shot put career. What kind of impact do you want to have right away in college?
I definitely just don't want to be another freshman. I want to make a huge impact. I want to earn points for my team. Honestly, like, I want to go as far as I can as far as like becoming a professional athlete. So that's just going to be another foundation for me. I'm going to have to work a lot harder, but I know I can do it. So, and I have a huge support system, so I'm really excited.
All right, thank you so much. Back to Eric and Brian. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Aiden down there talking to Amaya King. And Brian, you know Amaya pretty well from the track team. Can you just talk about her for a little bit?
Her impact on the track team it's unprecedented. She's an indoor state champion. She's going to throw for Purdue at the collegiate level, joining you in Purdue, West Lafayette.
Yes.
And she would throw in the 40s, in like the upper 40s in shot put. And that's really unheard of. And like the next competitor, it was like in the upper 30s, which is shows her dominance in the sport. She's really dominated since a freshman. Yeah. And Amaya King is going to become a household name in the girls' track and field, and rightfully so.
She's won 8 GMC championships individually, Brian. 4 in the shot put, 4 in the discus. Won the 7th and 8th last week, and I mean, great competitor and an even better person as well. As we're going to continue our next nominee, Female Athlete of the Year, Olivia Popovich, another 2-sport athlete. She plays soccer and she's playing softball right now, starting center fielder for the Comets.
Olivia's kind of like she's a defensive player, so you don't really see her make these splash plays, but her impact on the soccer team is huge because she's a great defensive player, and she has avoided many goals for the opposing team. And then on the softball end, she gets on base as well, like we said, with O'Brien. And Olivia's just a great two-sport athlete, and she was really considered for that career achievement award as well.
She was.
So, I mean, Allison Blamont just barely beat her out, but Olivia Popovich, kind of that underrated impact, but she's really solid in both sports.
You don't hear a lot about defense when it comes to soccer. It's more of a team thing, but Olivia, she's got such great speed. She was second team All-State in soccer. She's been first team All-Conference in soccer for a couple years now, leading the softball team 23-3. As we mentioned, they're playing against Edgewood right now, but Pop is just a great player, another outstanding individual as well. She's going to go play soccer at Xavier next year.
And we move on to Sammy Puisis, who's a Florida State commit, and she is going to be the go-to person for the Comets next year, as we have a bunch of seniors graduating from this year's team. And Sammy Puisis going to Florida State, a 5-star recruit. The weight is going to be on their shoulders for next year.
Oh yeah, Brian, absolutely. Sammy's been contributing since her freshman year, and she's kind of helped lead the Comets to 2 Final Four appearances, averaged 17.6 points a game last year, 6 rebounds, and she can shoot the three. She made 59 three-pointers a year ago.
And I expect that number to go up as they're going to depend on her next year.
Absolutely.
And she has just been on her game this season, and she has improved within every game. And you can kind of tell this year she didn't really need to take it on her own, didn't take over a team, but because she had a lot more talent.
She's going to be the go-to next year, and she's going to be the go-to, and we've got the go-to for the boys basketball team next year. Aiden's down with Landon Long on the red carpet. Let's send it over to Aiden right now.
Thanks, Eric. Thanks, Brian. Now I'm joined with junior shooting guard Landon Long. Landon, you're up for Breakthrough Athlete of the Winter. Your numbers this year was through the roof. Beat a lot of expectations coming into the year, and I think a lot of it has to do with how well each of the members fit into the roles this year. How do you feel you fit in, and how do you feel like the rest of the team fit in?
Well, I just feel like that we had a lot of younger guys this year, and I feel that we all just molded together because we've been playing with each other for so long, and the only new additions were really Tyree, Peds, and Tanner, and I felt that we all came together as a young group and just knew our roles this year. We weren't like the main guys, obviously, but we did what we needed to do to get the job done. Peds and Tanner were playing a big part this year, and we tried to let them do their thing as seniors, obviously. But I feel that we just fit in, and knew what we needed to do to get the job done. And I feel like Ethan and me as juniors, and even Frankie, stepped up and played big minutes this year and did a good job for us. And I'm just very excited for next year as us juniors are coming back. And I feel the roles this year worked out real well for all of us, and we all just fit in well and played together as a team, which is really good for us and the program. And I hope that the next year guys do as well as we did coming in and getting acquainted, and we'll be sure to help them do that, because I know Peds and Tanner and Tyree and those leader guys were a great job with helping us and making sure that we knew what we needed to do.
So you mentioned the young core that you guys had. Now you're gonna be seniors next year, obviously, and you're gonna be on the court probably even more than what you were this year. How are you going to go into this senior year knowing that you got to lead this team with young guys, and how do you expect to either lead by example or just vocally lead the team?
I'm just going to make sure that Ethan and me as seniors and Frankie and Tyler and all those guys, make sure we just step up and make sure the young guys know, like I said, the roles that they need to do. Just make sure that they come in and we let them know that this is a winning program, and Coach Richards just wants the best out of us each and every day, and make sure to make us work hard each and every day. And then those guys know that they need to work hard in every aspect of the game to make us as successful as possible. I'm very excited for this leadership role, to lead this team to success, hopefully another district championship, and hopefully get to the Columbus for the Final Four, because that's the ultimate goal, as it is and as it has been every single year. I know we're going to do a great job at doing that next year. And just my role personally, I'm going to make sure that we do the best that we can, and just get the money on and off the court. So.
All right. Thank you, Landon. Now we're going to throw it back to Eric and Brian for one last time. Thank you.
And thank you, Aiden, down there with Landon Long, who could very well see himself nominated for Male Athlete of the Year next year, as that's what we're going to dive into right now, Brian.
Absolutely. And we're going to start off here with Abel Nijakowski, who's nominated for cross country and track and field. He was an All-Ohio cross country selection, a GMC first team athlete. He's the #4 all-time runner in Mason history. And in the Westerville invite in the 1600-meter run, he finished first overall. And at GMC's, he finished third in the mile and second in the 3200. So Abel, he'll be running at Bowling Green as well. And Abel's really been dependent ever since he stepped foot on varsity. And Abel Najikowski's, his name's fun to say, but he has been a great runner here at Mason.
He is a great competitor. He does not like to lose. Really just a guy that's ultra competitive, which is what you need in cross country. That's such a mentally tough sport. As our next nominee for Male Athlete of the Year, Nick Northcutt, Brian, a name that's going to be echoed around the halls of Mason High School for a long time. He's been a third baseman now in his 4th year. He pitches a little bit as well for the baseball team as they're going to play Oak Hills on Thursdays. They're still going, but Nick hitting .400. He's hit 2 homers, a 1.47 ERA, most hits in the history of Mason baseball, Brian, and that is a long, long history.
And when you consider the history, all the great players that have come through Mason, that is quite the accomplishment. He's even being talked about as a potential top 3 round pick in the draft, which is something we've really never had. We had a pitcher in the 1st round, but other than that, I mean, he's walking in uncharted waters there.
TJ Zoik, Mason graduate. He went to the University of Pittsburgh, got drafted by the Blue Jays in the 1st round, but never straight out of high school, as Nick Northcutt being talked about as one of the top 50 prospects in all of Major League Baseball. I mean, it'll be fun to watch the draft, see where he goes, see if he goes to Vanderbilt. But best of luck to the baseball team, Brian, as they kind of move along with their postseason. Our next nominee, Niraj Komatanini. We kind of touched on Niraj a little bit earlier, but really just an outstanding player.
Absolutely. I mean, he is the ace of that tennis team, and he really just dominated the GMC's #1 in singles, highest position on the team. He went 13 and he helped the Comets come to a 13-0 record, and he never lost a singles match if I remember correctly. And he really has been probably the best tennis player that ever come through Mason, if I'm being really honest.
That's a long history of Niraj. He's kind of looking to put the team kind of on his back as they're looking to get to a state championship. Niraj looking to get to a state final individually as well. Our next nominee, Chris Donathan. His brother was up for Male Athlete of the Year last year, and Chris up for it this year. Went 55-2 in the 145-pound weight class as a junior wrestler. I mean, really, there's not much else you can say about Chris Donathan. Just a dominating athlete.
Absolutely. And we said a lot of same things about his brother last year, and he quickly carried the family torch with him this year, and he really just dominated all of his opponents. I mean, only 2 losses, and it's just really, he just dominated his competition. It really was not, he lost in the state
finals by 1 point. I mean, just an incredible athlete.
Absolutely, and we're going to transition here to Evan Haas, who's nominated for bowling and baseball. Bowling, you know, isn't your rah-rah kind of sport, but Evan Haas has dominated the GMC.
He's pretty darn good at it.
He's been bowler of the year. He has a pin average of 231, and he's also good on the diamond as well. 15 RBIs, 2 triples for the Comets.
He jacked a grand slam against Princeton. Really, he could have gone to Wright State and played bowling or baseball. He decided to stick with bowling, but I mean, he had the option to go either way. An outstanding sport athlete, an outstanding person as well.
Absolutely. Evan Haas, he was nominated last year for Athlete of the Year, so it's good to see him back in. He is one of Mason's better athletes, and I think he has a good chance as anyone to win that Athlete of the Year
I mean, both the male and the female athlete, Brian, are such a toss-up. I mean, any one of them could win.
Absolutely, and it's going to be interesting to see how this goes, and we are just minutes away from starting the Espys. It's been a pleasure here in this pregame red carpet special, and I can't wait for this show to get started.
I'm excited, Brian. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to send you inside. The ceremony going to get started in just a few minutes. Thank you so much for joining us.
very interesting matchup between these two teams. A lot of playoff implications, a lot of GMC implications on the line between the Comets and the Indians. Adams looking to throw. He's going to fire. He's got his man open. It looks like Hutchinson over the top. Big tight end is going to get a huge possession. I think that's the first completion of the game for the Comets. Big pitch out to Sora. Adams rolling out to his right with time. He's going to fire to the end zone. And he's got his man in the end zone for a Comet touchdown.
Great rollout there by Will Adams. Great throw. He hit it right where he needed to.
And ball is on the ground. It looks like it's recovered by the Comets. Looks like Cole Pierce is going to pick up the bumper recovery. Casey Miller forced it. Adams in the pistol. And up straight up the middle to Sword, who has some room across the 50. Trying to get to the outside, and he breaks the tackle to get to the edge. And the Comet seniors are going to get a win on their last game at Dwyer Field. 15-0, Comets.
Shortstop, number 27, Joe Powell.
Undefeated, Zach Donovan. You don't get much better than that.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true.
And the ball checks in, it's in the back of the net.
The dark side. A Jedi. They're real.
Sora just put this team on his back.
Crossroads ended the Firebirds season in this very building, Brian, 44-43. So these teams very familiar playing each other at this regional level. Third year in a row in the regional tournament these two have met.
Everyone is on their feet. Picks it up, finds Ty, jump shot at the elbow, and it's good. Good jump shot there by Ty. Ty Fulton, so adept at knocking down that mid-range jumper, really has come on in the last month.
Of all there is in the world to see, there is no more powerful force than what inspires you. And sports inspires in so many ways. Whether it's through a game, a performance, a play, sports has the power to connect us, to make us believe in the impossible being possible. There is no script. The stories have a power you can't ignore, and inspiration comes from the most unlikely of places. At the Espys, be inspired by this year in Mason sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4 members of the Espy production team, Josh Mullins, Jacob Brazzi, Tommy Statzer, and William Laterza.
Hello and welcome to the 3rd annual Espys Award Show. Tonight is about celebrating Mason athletics. And we'd first like to thank every student behind the scenes that made this night possible. And we'd also like to thank every single student and staff member at MHS, because without you guys, none of this would be possible.
Also, we'd like to thank all the people from Crossroads for letting us use this awesome venue to showcase our athletes. Now, without further ado, we hope you guys enjoy the show.
Next, welcome to the stage, Mason High School Athletic Director, Scott Stempel.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Mason High School Athletic Department, I would like to welcome all of you here tonight for the 2018 Mason High School Espys as we join together to recognize and honor all of our athletes and their coaches from our fall, winter, and spring seasons. I'd like to take just a moment to publicly thank our school administration, our superintendent, Dr. Gail Kiss-Klein, our Board of Education, our high school principal, Mr. Dave Hyatt, and his tremendous staff of assistant principals for their continued support of our athletic programs. Our head of maintenance, Mr. George Highfill, and his great maintenance and custodial staff who keep our facilities clean, safe, and in top performance shape. Our trainers from Premier Health for their continued support of our sports medicine department, Kathy Bernard and Christina Hare, Joe Farmbach for their time and efforts throughout the spring, fall, winter, supporting all of our coaches and our athletes. Our athletic department staff, Assistant Athletic Director Kathy Crotty. Kathy handles many of the aspects of our daily operations and all the scheduling and a lot of the logistics that go along with this evening. Our athletic administrative assistant, Mr. Dylan McKinney, who has really been the ultimate leader behind the scenes for the Espys, handling and the organization and the communication with all of our students, assisting with the program, all of the athletes, and our coaches. Stephanie Hyatt, our middle school activities and athletic director, and all of our middle school coaches for their great work with our middle school programs, which are part of the foundation, the building foundation and growth for our high school programs that we are celebrating tonight. Mr. Dan Hyland, our SID, who takes care of our Comic Connection, a lot of our promotion, our website, team picks through the day, team result page, website content, all of his efforts. We appreciate Dan. Mr. Mernan, his oversight of all our unbelievably talented integrated media students who by their contributions of videos and the media, not just tonight but all year long, have made this evening possible. Our Mason High School cheerleaders, I want to take just a moment to recognize them. They're going to be here tonight on stage helping us out. And I want to recognize all of our cheerleaders, our sideline cheerleaders and their coaches. Thank you for all their spirit leadership throughout the year and for the support here tonight. We have 5 of our cheerleaders from this year's squads who you'll see up here on stage tonight assisting with the different students that'll come up tonight. Cagney France, Allison Atzels, Paige Reichert, Maggie Tepe, and Jessica Clark. Thank you, cheerleaders. And just one side note on our sideline cheer squad this year, they competed in the inaugural GMC cheer competition earlier this fall. This was a new event this year where all the conference cheer teams performed in a competition setting. The Mason varsity squad placed first in the event, earning the overall highest score. Congratulations to all of our sideline cheerleaders. And then lastly, I'd like to thank all of our athletic community parents for all their support and sacrifices that go into raising a student athlete, as well as those who offer up all their time beyond their normal day supporting our programs when and where they can. The Mabel organization groups who support in the hosting of our tournaments and our events, all the Southwest District tournaments and OHSAA tournaments. We certainly couldn't do those things without the support of a great group of parents. So we're very fortunate. Concession stands, hospitality rooms, fundraising, you all know who you are. Thank you, parents. Let's give me a hand. As we begin tonight's program, you may follow along online at gomasoncomets.com, and I believe maybe we had some flyers out front, but at gomasoncomets.com you'll be able to follow this evening's event. At this time, I'd like to kick off the show by introducing our first 2 presenters of the night. Please welcome to the stage 4-year varsity runner Michael Umatsu, and boys varsity and GMC cross-country coach of the year, Mr. Tom Rapp.
Good evening. Every year, the show begins with an award that highlights some of the brightest, newest talent.
We will start with 12 nominees, 4 from each season, that have exploded onto the varsity scene this year.
Let's take a look at this year's group. Now we'll announce the 3 names, one from each season, to come up and receive their award.
This year's winners are,
this is exciting.
For the fall, Emma Shuey.
While she's making her way up here, for the winter, Sade Tucker.
Lastly, for the spring, Tori O'Brien.
Is Tori here? She is on her way. Right?
She has a game.
She is helping her team win another tournament game. We hope that she'll be coming in soon and sliding right on up to the stage. But we'll see, and we'll get her award when she does get here.
First of all, I would like to thank my parents and my family for always supporting me at all my games. Second of all, I would like to thank my amazing coaches for pushing me to do my best at all my practices and all my games. Third of all, I'd like to thank my amazing team for always being there for me, being my best friends on and off the field. Couldn't have done it without them this year. They're the best. Go Comets!
Hi. First, I'd like to thank God. He's been incredible to me these past couple of years, leading to thanking my adoptive parents. Thank you for everything you guys have done and continue to do. You guys will never know how much you're appreciated. I'd also like to thank my teammates and coaches, and I felt welcome the first time I stepped foot in the gym, and this past season has been full of great memories. Lastly, I'd like to thank the whole Mason community. You guys were incredible. The support you showed was incredible and amazing, and it was an amazing experience. Thank you all.
I'm Peyton Kramer.
And I'm Jake Brasher. Athletes upon athletes competing against each other. That's coming to you in a little bit when we look at some of the highlights of the first round of the last course.
How many men's and women's varsity sports does Mason offer?
30.
Yes, that's correct. Hey, you get to put more on. You get to put more on. You put more on.
Is it edible?
What year did the boys soccer team win state?
2013.
Yes, that's right.
Oh my
nose though.
I hate Espys.
Please welcome to the stage, member of the 2017 State Championship Girls Tennis Team, Nicole Reed, and four-year varsity golfer, Charlie Wilson.
Good games typically put fans on the edge of their seats.
But it's the amazing plays that make people jump out of them.
It could be a buzzer beater, a one-handed catch, or a game-winning goal.
Let's take a look at some of the plays from this year that brought Comet fans out of their seats.
You know I'm back, like I never left. Another sprint, another step, another day, another breath. Been chasing dreams, but I never slept. I got a new attitude and a lease on life is a piece of mind. Seeking a find I can sleep when I die. Want a piece of the pie, got the keys to the ride. Then I'm straight, I'm on my way. I'm on my way, get up my way. I'm running late, what can I say? I heard you died twice. Once when they bury you in the grave, and the second time is the last time that somebody mentions your name. So when I leave here on this earth, did I take more than I gave? Did I look out for the people, or did I do it all for fame? Legend is Exodus, searching for euphoria, judging through the mud to find the present, no ignoring. I got 20,000 deep up in the street like we some warriors. My mama told me never bow your head. Whoa.
I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was born for this, born for this. It's who I am, not gonna forget. I made it through the darkest part.
lot of great plays this year. Let's see who the winner will be.
The most outstanding play of the year is Jake Orlando.
I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was born for this, born for this. It's who I am. How could I forget? I made it through the darkest part of the night, and now I see the sunrise. Now I feel glorious, glorious. I feel glorious.
I don't even know what to say, but I'd just like to, it's an honor for just to have this award and be up here. I think we overlook kind of what goes in beyond and behind the scenes with, I think we are just overly blessed, and we don't really see that a lot, and I can't thank you enough for giving me this award, and my teammates are helping me out this year. It was a tough year, my sophomore year, my injury and stuff, but it was good to be back out there with my brothers, and it means a lot. Thank you.
Why was the strawberry crying?
Why?
Because his mom and dad were in a jam.
How do you organize a space party?
How?
Plan it.
What did the tree say to the wind?
What?
Leave me alone.
What do you call an alligator in a vest?
What?
An investigator.
What did the worker at the rubber band factory say when he lost his job?
What?
Oh, snap!
How many lips does a flower have? I don't know. 2 lips. How do billboards talk? I don't know. What is it? Sign language. How does a squid go into battle? How? Well armed. What do you call an unpredictable camera? 1. A loose cannon.
Next, welcome to the stage, members from this year's Espy nomination committee, Eric Miller, Brian Hudnell, Trent Holland, Joey Deaton, and Jake Kendall.
This year, our teams produced a lot of excitement and a lot of drama. There were games and meets that we won.
And there were also times that we lost.
And there were moments we would never forget.
Let's take a look at this year's nominations for Gamer Match of the Year. Leading the charge, Comets are going to finish every place 3rd through 9th. Mason is going to win their 3rd straight GMC title in dominant fashion. Comets up in Reynoldsburg today for the state Final Four. Going to have to go through number 1 and number 3 Magnificat and Dublin Jerome in order to take home the state title. Boys golf battling today, going to need a top 3 finish to make it to the state tournament.
On the tee from Mason into the line.
And for the first time since 2012, boys golf is heading back to state. And after a 25-21 first set and 25-20 second set, Mason girls already find themselves in a 2-0 hole here in the regional semifinal. Big set there for the Comets, 25-22, and they stay alive in this regional semi. (25-22) once again, the Mason girls take set 4, and we are headed to a deciding set 5.
Now remember when I told you that's the last you'll see of me. Remember when I broke it down to tears.
Mason High School made a little history, winning the Girls Division I State Swimming Championship for the first time in school history. Allison Blowbaum led the way for the Comets.
So
On January 31st, the Comets wrestling team made history once again by winning regionals to make their second straight appearance at the state tournament. This was the 4th time out of the last 5 years making the state meet. Up first for the Comets was their GMC rival Fairfield, but Mason pulled through to a 36-28 victory. Later that night in the regional final, Mason battled the Springboro Panthers, who proved to be no match for the Comets. Mason won 45-24, punching a ticket to the state meet in Columbus.
now remember when I told you that's the last you'll see of me.
At the state sectionals, the Mason Comets bowling team, led by senior Evan Haas, had one of their most dominating performances of recent program history. The Comets started out strong, winning their first 3 games, and carried that momentum through the next rounds. Haas guided the way for the Comets with a 608 total, followed closely by senior Nick Pasali, who bowled a 514. The Comets took home the title, taking first out of 15 schools.
Hello, Comet sports fans, and we are live from the Trent Arena here at Fairmont High School, and it's the regional championship, and it's going to be a great match between some 2 familiar foes here, the Mason Comets and the Dakota West Firebirds. Left you on your own, and please believe them when they say that it's left for yesterday. And the records that I play, please forgive me for all I've done. So it's over! As the Comets are your regional champions. Comets are going to state. The Comets are going back to state.
Our spring teams have been amazing so far this year, and the postseason is right around the corner. So stay tuned to the website for more details on the spring Gamer Match nominees.
And now let's have our winners for Game of Match of the Fall and of the Winter. Both come up here at the same time. Our winner for Game of Match of the Fall, girls tennis at the OTCA State Championships. And game or match of the winner, girls swimming at the OHSAA State Championships.
it to the state finals in the fall, and after a long, hard match, we lost 3-1. That motivated us to work harder, and we had the opportunity to go back to the state finals in Columbus this year facing the defending state champions. With a 2-0 lead, freshman Jamie Kinn clinched the match by beating the #1 singles player in the state, giving Mason the first ever state championship. So thank you to the girls behind me, my friends and family, coaching staff, teachers, and anyone who has ever supported me throughout my high school career. I'm going to miss wearing the uniform, but I know this talented group of girls will be extremely successful in the coming years. Thank you.
So this past year at state, it was a different atmosphere going in. We had been state runner-ups for the past 2 years, and every single one of these girls behind me worked their butts off to get to where we did.
We'd like to thank all the other coaches besides the obvious, Mark Davis, Mike Tomes, and Mark Sullivan, because Coach Reedy, Coach Popovich, and many more came up to support us in Canton, Ohio, which is just the most electric atmosphere, and so for them to make the somewhat painful 4.5-hour drive to come see us win was really something special. So thank you, and thank you to our parents, of course. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, sister of Maya and junior at MHS, Annabella Collins.
Hi, I'm Annabella Collins. I'm sure many of you may know me, but I'm Maya Collins' older sister, and I really don't think I've gotten the chance to thank everyone for the tremendous amount of support that you all have shown my family and I during this time. Maya was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia in 2011 and passed away just this October. She is by far the strongest person I've ever known and will always be my role model. It's amazing to know that the students and the staff around me recognize this too and want to preserve the impact that her life has left on all of us. For the football games, lacrosse games, cross-country meets, or even just wearing blue to school, I wanted to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart for all the hard work and support that was put in to honor Maya. Your kindness has gone beyond words can say, and I cannot think of a more supportive community to come back to home during this tough time. My #1 goal in life is to spread the smiles, the spunk, and the bravery of the magnificent Maya, and you all have helped make that happen. Thank you again, and have a wonderful night.
Next, welcome to the stage, assistant varsity basketball coach and 2018 Mason Athletic Hall of Fame inductee, Kyle Peters.
Mason has a rich athletic tradition with decorated programs and accomplished athletes. We have all witnessed our share of the greats as they begin as young freshmen and leave as living legends. They stepped up in their sports early, they made big plays for their teams, and above all, they were consistent. A great career doesn't just appear, it takes something a little more special.
Towards the end of his freshman year, when he was playing freshman football, and I was watching him play, and I just was like, this young man's gonna be special. As a person, respectful. He's everything that I want my sons to be. And if my sons get even close to who he is as a young man, I'll be a very fortunate dad.
Right up the middle of the sword, who has some room across the 50. Trying to get to the outside, and he breaks the tackle to get to the edge.
We won state this year primarily due to her performance at state and obviously her leadership. But she's been a terrific part of our program. I think she lives and breathes Mason. Her blood is green. She's just been terrific for us, and I can't thank her enough for all she did for the program. So what stands out to me is when she did win her first state individual title her junior year in the 200 freestyle up at state. It was a packed field, and it was just an incredible race. She won. The thing that stood out, as they said, was the excitement that she showed after winning and receiving her medal and coming up to the coaches, and just she looked like a kid waking up on Christmas morning. It was just so exciting to see how happy she was, you know, because there's a lot of hard work and dedication that's involved in winning a state championship, and it was a real credit to her for her hard work. I think to me she's a very fierce competitor when it comes to swimming. You put her in a race and she's going to give 115%. And on top of that, academically, she's a student athlete. She has a GPA above a 4.0, so she really exemplifies what we expect of our swimmers.
It is my privilege to present two athletes who we could see in the Mason Hall of Fame someday, Matt Sora and Allison Blabaum.
You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the
After representing the Comets for 4 years, I cannot be any more proud of myself, my coaches, and my team. Being a Comet for these past 4 years has been such an honor, and I'm so lucky to have the experience that I got from Coach Sullivan with providing me of the greatest advice in and out of the pool since I've been in the 7th grade. And to all of those girls sitting over there, they are my best friends, and I don't know what I'm going to do without them next year. I only have 2.5 weeks left with them, and it's getting real. And so I'm just very thankful for my experience as a Comet, and go Comets.
First off, I want to thank everyone who put me up for this award.
Also, I want to thank my parents, just my family in general, all my friends, my coaches, and all my teammates for pushing me every day, making me a better person. Thank you.
Hey, and we're back with the recaps from the first round. We got Nick Northcutt for baseball and Emma Hagelstrap in volleyball.
Ooh, Haglers took that right to the face. Well, better luck next time, Emma. Northcutt moves on to the second round. Next, we got Ben Wendell for soccer.
And Josie Rush for cross country.
With Ben stealing the win.
She says her goodbyes and ooh, down goes Josie. And last but not least, we have Gage Figate for lacrosse.
And Taylor Highfield for softball.
With Gage blowing an easy one, Taylor takes the victory and moves on to the second round.
Let the games begin. Pass down, last round for AM lovers. Oh, that's how I come alive. I'm gonna be.
I'm Isha, and today I decided to come to Lauren Thomas's pool and try to beat her in her own game.
It's about that time. I'm feeling real good right now. I like my odds. I got some new goggles. Fresh out the package. I really feel like the water's on my side tonight. Hope for the best.
Let the games begin. Let the games begin. Let the games begin. Let the games begin.
I'm so tired.
Sometimes when I
No.
let the games begin. People bursting in the room, people, I'ma be the kid for the win. Let the games begin.
Next time, maybe I'll get you out.
Yeah, rematch tomorrow night, same time.
6 p.m. 6 p.m. All right. Hope you guys are enjoying the 2018 Espys. Have a good night.
You're now listening to a Bobby Johnson beat.
Please welcome to the stage 2013 Division I Ohio State Championship soccer coach, Paul Reedy.
Through my 13 years coaching at Mason, I've had a chance to form some great relationships with the staff of different programs. I've been lucky to be able to follow their seasons and follow their success. I think you would be hard-pressed to find a set of coaches in the state that is more committed, knowledgeable, and talented as this group right here. I will miss being a part of this group. Let's all take a brief moment to hear what some of the athletes had to say this year.
My coaches taught me how to be a leader.
away from the game. It was so much more about just being a better man and trying to better myself as a person.
My coach has taught me more than just the game of basketball. He's made me a better leader, a better person, and he's definitely a second father to me.
So encouraging, and I never thought I would be able to run cross country.
Help teach us morals and ethics in the wrestling room that we can properly use in the future.
He really focuses on us building team chemistry, pursuing the happiness of this season.
As an athlete who participates in more than one sport, I have really learned how the coaches at Mason positively impact my life.
Tonight, I have the honor of handing out this year's Espy Coach of the Year. The varsity coaches were polled and voted. And at this time, let's welcome the 2018 winner, boys and girls swim coach, Mark Sullivan.
Good evening. Thank you, Paul. I want to thank the Espys for this honor, and obviously my coaching peers who voted for me. It's been a privilege to be a part of the best coaching staff in the state of Ohio. You guys rock. I've received a few Coach of the Year honors over my career, but I really feel like this Espy Award given by my fellow peers is probably the most meaningful of all the awards I've received in my years of coaching. I think every coach would agree this is not just a coach award, it's a team award. I really need to thank my assistant coaches, my parents who continually support and dedicate their time and talents to a successful program. But most importantly, I want to thank my swimmers for trusting the process and working hard in and out of the pool. As many of you guys know, back in my day, I swam uphill both ways with no goggles, and these guys have it pretty easy to this day. Obviously, a special shout out to our girls state championship swim team this year. They overcame a lot of adversity. They were state runners-up the last 2 years, but this year brought home the state championship, our first ever in Mason swimming history. I also want to thank the coaches who came up to watch. It was outstanding to see my peers support us. My swimmers, I know, are definitely thankful for your support. I could not be more proud of a group of young ladies this year, as well as young men who produced such an outstanding performance for us. You guys rock. I also want to thank and congratulate all you athletes tonight. You are all remarkable in your given field, and it's great to have known and taught you over the years. And last but not least, my wife, Jackie, I think she's here tonight. She's been with me throughout pretty much my entire journey. And she's a coach's widow, as many of you coaches realize, and I can't thank her for her love and support, and obviously my children as well, and my grandchildren who sometimes are here and sometimes are not, but they rock too. So thank you guys very much for this award.
What do you call a group of disorganized cats?
I don't know.
A catastrophe.
What did the swordfish say to the marlin?
What?
You're looking sharp.
How do you impress a female baker? Bring her flowers.
What do Olympic sprinters eat before a race?
What?
They fast.
What do lawyers wear to court?
What?
Lawsuits.
Why are frogs so happy?
Why?
They eat whatever bugs them.
Where do boats go when they get sick?
Where?
The dock.
What kind of key opens a banana?
What?
A monkey.
Why did the barber win the race?
Why?
Because he took a shortcut.
What do you call a guy that never farts in public?
What?
A private tutor.
Next, welcome to the stage, two members of this year's Elite 8 wrestling team, Eric Vermillion and Kamal Adewumi.
Athletes can put together countless hours of physical training.
But if the mind is not prepared for game day, chances of success are slim.
To put together a great performance, you need a combination of both body and mind.
Your nominees for Performance of the Year.
Mason athletes define excellence, toughness, and grit, and we have seen some unbelievable performances this year from our players.
My hat goes off to the defensive unit and the staff. I don't.
Hughes with an absurd 40-plus assists in this regional semi versus Ursuline. Jamie Kim absolutely having one heck of a season in this performance at state and really showing how dominant she has been this year. Juliana Zhang having another strong year, coming in as GMC Player of the Year for girls golf. Mason football has been absolutely relentless on defense this year.
Well, you know, Dan, another impressive defensive performance here tonight by the Mason Comets as they go 6-0 for the season on their home field, winning 26-0. That makes 16 consecutive quarters. The Comet defense has not given up a point, and they will move on to next season.
Abby Hughes has written herself into the record books as she posts over 2,000 career assists in her high school volleyball career. Zhang's performance in the GMC tournament, shooting at 75 on both days, is the type of performance required to win a GMC tournament.
Every time we've done that, there's been a shutout. So the defense has set the tone for us. Offensively,
And the 2018 MHS Espys for Most Outstanding Performance of the Year goes to
Mason football defense.
My dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment. It's good to be alive right about now.
What an honor this is to receive this award. I'd like to thank Coach Kastner, being our head coach, leader out there. I'd like to thank Coach Barrick Falk out there. Smart guy, I love that guy. We all love him, man. Lastly, I'd like to thank all these guys. These guys are my brothers. I'm going to remember these guys forever. And Wolfpack. Wolfpack.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage 5-time swimming state champion, Allison Blabaum.
Being a female is empowering in itself. Being a female athlete takes it to the next level. You need to be courageous and put yourself out there. You must be disciplined to keep up your craft, and you must be ready to show your heart when something doesn't always go your way. Let's take a look at 5 female athletes from this year who showed all of these qualities and more.
And this year's winner for Most Outstanding Female Athlete of the Year is Anna Brinkman.
I just want to thank my parents first, just for pushing me to be the absolute best, and all my coaches and teammates. You guys are the best. Thank you.
Hey guys, it's me, Ishan. Here at Mason High School, we are home to over 1,400 athletes, and it's really hard to sit down and just talk to them every once in a while. So I decided to come right here with star wide receiver Tanner Canoe and these Espys. Welcome to Chillin' with Ishan. Oh my God! Oh, this is so cool.
What's up, Ishan? Ever taken an ice bath before?
Nah, this is my first time. Oh God! Oh man! Oh.
Want to get in, buddy?
Yeah, I'm getting my ways in. What made you decide to come back to football after taking a break since freshman year?
You know, everyone told me I was so good at football, and if I came back this year, everyone said I'd go to the NFL. So I just decided to come back. Dude, will you get in, buddy?
Oh! Oh my God!
Are you serious?
This is So, oh my gosh, this is so cool. How do you do this?
I don't know, it's just part of my daily routine.
Do you do this often?
Yeah, every day.
Oh my gosh, I've never been this cold. So, oh my gosh. Whoa, this is so cold. What's one of your favorite moments from this football season?
Probably my favorite moment was in the first play of the first game. We were supposed to run on the right side of the field to set up for the kickoff, but I accidentally ran on the left side of the field in front of thousands of people, so that was pretty embarrassing for me.
Well guys, this was Chillin' with Ishan. Really appreciate you guys watching. Hope you're enjoying the Espys. Alright, cut it, I'm cold. Oh my gosh.
Please welcome back to the stage, first team All-State running back, Matt Sora.
The 5 nominees for Male Athlete of the Year have pretty much done it all this season. They've received awards, they've broken records, they've won games, titles, and championships. But more importantly, they have been the known leaders of their respective programs. Let's take a look at who those 5 people are. most outstanding male athlete of the year is Nick Northcutt.
Well, you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Well, you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man.
Oh man, what an honor. First of all, I'd like to thank my family, all glory to God as well, and my coaches, my teammates, and friends for everything. Thank you.
It's time here for the final round on the last course. It all comes down to Taylor and Lakin. Now a final chance for them both to share their knowledge.
True or false? The Mason football team has won a GMC title.
True. False.
Correct.
Like what?
Who is the head coach of the girls soccer team?
Few options. Oh, I know it. For sure.
Correct. It's two.
That's it. God, this is gonna be so nasty.
You should be able to get this next one.
You're coming at me like in full force. Okay,
Just
give me
count to
3
three.
seconds.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes and count to 3. 3, 2, 1.
Taylor got the win, baby. She really knows her stuff. And thank you for joining us on the last course.
Comments on 3! 1, 2, 3, comments! Even when we're smiling out of fear, let's go down to the tennis court and talk it up like
One more time tonight. Let's hear it for MHS Athletic Director Scott Stemple.
Where's Tori O'Brien at? I know she's in the house somewhere. There she is. While we had her video earlier, she was out helping her team beat Edgewood in the sectional softball, 10-0. Most outstanding breakthrough athlete of the spring, Tori O'Brien. Want to say a few words?
Oh, goodness. I just want to start out with thanking my family, coaches, and teammates for always being there and always helping me become a better person on and off the field. And without you guys, I wouldn't be where I am today. So thank you.
We want to take some time to recognize our All-League recipients. And what I'd like to do is have all of our teams just stand in your seat where you are. Our GMC Honorable Mention athletes, would you just stand? Anybody that was recognized GMC Honorable Mention, go ahead and stand where you are. Second team, third team, first team, all of our students, any of you were GMC All-League, where you are, your seat, just go ahead and stand and be recognized. General GMC Honorable Mention, third team, second team, first team. Let's give them a hand. The OHSAA provides some special awards for schools around the state of Ohio. We have 3 special awards that we'd like to recognize tonight that are sponsored by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Our first award is our Scholar Athlete Award. Every year, the OHSA provides us with 2 Scholar Athlete Awards. These awards exemplify the commitment that the OHSAA has dedicated to academic excellence along with athletics. We've selected 1 male and 1 female senior athlete that has achieved a minimum of 4 varsity letters while maintaining a high GPA. This year, those athletes receiving the award are Grace Tang, girls track and field, with a 4.99 GPA, and Michael Umetsu, boys cross country and track, with a GPA of 4.65. If I could have both those students come forward. Michael, Grace. Not only does the OHSA acknowledge academics with athletics, they also promote an ongoing program that recognizes sportsmanship, ethics, and integrity. That program is named after 2-time Heisman Trophy winner Archie Griffin. We would like to present this year's Archie Griffin Sportsmanship Award to cross-country and track athlete Rue Whitmore and boys basketball and football player Eric Miller. There they are. Let's give them a hand. Thank you. Our last OHSA award is our Courageous Student Athlete, or Courageous Student Award. This award can go to an athlete or just a student as a member of our student body. Our last award sponsors this Courageous Student Athlete Award. This award highlights a student who has overcome disability, great adversity, or overwhelming odds. This year's recipient is senior Bradley Tripp.
Take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. We've done this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting this hard. Been holding it in for a while. Take me with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world.
Bradley is a 4-year member of the varsity soccer team, varsity girls soccer team. His first 2 years were spent as a super fan, and his last 2 years were spent as assistant coach. Bradley's courage, determination, bravery, and heart have been an integral part of the women's soccer program. He has overcome so much in his life already and has impacted so many people with his unwavering character and nonstop pursuit of impacting lives. Bradley's impact on his team can be summed up best by the thoughts of his teammates. When asked about what Bradley meant to them, the team said, "He was truly inspiring to everyone on the team. He never gave up on us no matter what the circumstance. Whether the team won or lost, he was always there to remind us that it wasn't about the score. It was about the relationships and memories we were making." Bradley, Thank you for the post-game speeches, the motivation, the laughter you gave to this program. Congrats on your special award. You definitely deserve it. This award tonight is recognizing an amazing young man who is a great example for all of us. Bradley, if you'd come up and accept your award, which you have already done so elegantly. Congratulations. For the third year in a row, we have a record number of athletes who have earned a 4-year varsity letter. That's 4 years playing at the highest level there is. It took a lot of hard work, dedication, I'm sure a lot of hours that we don't even know about it. It takes a special kid to achieve such a mark, and their efforts should not go unnoticed. Let's take a second to see what some of those 4-year athletes had to say.
To be a varsity athlete, it means you've made a lot of sacrifices and you've been committed for 4 years, and you've been at that high level for 4 years, just always doing well and always trying to perform the best and help the team out.
Me being a 4-year varsity athlete means that I've put a lot of work and dedication into the sport because it's a passion of mine, and it wouldn't be possible without all the great friendships I've made. That's where the true passion lies in swimming.
Freshman year winning districts, I really just got the feel of what a varsity athlete was like, and the seniors that year really took me in, and my coaches just really helped me become the athlete I am today.
It's an honor and it's a blessing. Yes, you have to work really hard, but it's a great opportunity to be able to reach out to anyone you can who's going to be in the program that you play.
I'll probably miss the most taking down Eric Vermillion, Kamal, Chris, and Mernan. Taking down Mernan for sure.
I miss my teammates the most. Although I was the only senior on the team, it didn't feel like that on and off the court.
Getting to play for our community, I just love going out and playing in front of everyone that comes and watches our games. It's just really cool, and that's definitely what I'm going to miss in college.
I'm going to miss messing around with all my teammates, especially Aaron, and just having a good time at track meets.
Being a senior this season and having as close to a team as I could have asked for has been such a great time, and to lose that going to college is going to be sad, and I'm going to miss them a lot, but I know that they'll do great things without me.
Competitiveness and everyone pushing each other to get better, and ultimately just friendly competition, and I'm going to miss that when I go to college.
Probably miss just leading the team every day through practices and getting all those victories.
I just want to thank my coaches, Tui, Avtato, and Oliver for everything they've done for me to make me the woman I am today.
I'd like to thank Coach Mernan for sure for helping me in the classroom, and the rest of the team for being supportive and making this senior year a fun year. I'm so thankful to be a part of this group and to have such a close friendship and such a hard thing to say goodbye to. So I love you all, and I'm going to miss all of you so much next year.
You guys are all such great tennis players, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. Love you.
Would those 4-year letter winners in the stands here, would you stand where you are and be recognized? Let's go. Stand up. It really does take a lot to be a champion, not only on the field, but in the classroom. And these 4-year letter winners certainly exemplify that. Congratulations. Once again, Common Country, as we wrap up our sports year, we look back at just a tremendous group of team accomplishments. 12 GMC championships, 6 district titles, 2 regional titles, and 2 state team championships. And as of right now, we are well on our way to our 11th consecutive GMC All Sports Trophy. I feel blessed to be a part of such a rich athletic tradition here at Mason, and our teams are a huge reason why. Let's take a look at this year's teams as we crown the Espys 2018 Team of the Year. Let's give it up one more time for all of our teams. So many great things from this year, and we still have some time left for our spring teams to shine. So here we go. It's time to wrap up the night as we go through and we look to present the most outstanding team of the year. The entire team can join us on stage. This year, most outstanding team of the year goes to our girls swimming and diving team. Coach Sullivan.
Yes, I can. Doubt better leave. I'm running with this plan. Pull me, grab me, crabs in the bucket can't have me. I'll be the president one day. Jan will be first. Oh, you like that gossip? Like you the one picking what gossip.com. Now I got a word for your tongue. How many Rolling Stones you want? Yeah, I got a brand new spirit speaking and it's done. Woke up on the side of the bed like I won. Talk like the wind in my chest to that sun. G5 in the US to Taiwan. Now who can say that? I wanna play back. Mama knew I was a needle in a haystack. Oh, Valley boy, plus Maybach. I got a feeling it's a rap. ASAP.
Hello everyone. We're just so grateful and honored, and it's hard to put into words what it means to be standing in front of you as state champions. Finally, the past 2 years we were state runners-up, and so to finally assemble this team, kind of dominated honestly by underclassmen, and so for them to step up when it came to the big stage and really perform for us was just incredible. Back in October, Allison and I had all these girls over to my house actually, and we kind of had a vision for the team and what it took to be state champions. And so for every girl to buy into that and really be the total team player was just everything. So we're so grateful for everyone here, and I'm so excited for what the future holds for them. Of course, our coaches. Obviously, we have Mark Davis and Mike Tomes, and then Coach Sullivan here. I've known him since I was 12, and so for him to be here for us, it's not just Saturday night of state when we're crowned state champions. It's 4:30 this morning when we all had morning practice, and he was there opening the doors, getting stuff set up, and he's just all around there for us, and he's a mentor. And you know, you get text, "Are you okay?" You get a hug after a race, regardless of the outcome. And so for him to be there and be that coach and be such just a mentor, like I said, in our school and in the classrooms and the pool is just everything. Thank you to the Mason Swim Boosters. We love you, parents. Thank you.
As we wrap up here, we'd like to take some time to recognize our 40 students that are committing to go on to play at the next level and pursue their athletic careers next year. We're going to see where some of these athletes plan to go, and also check in on how some of our alum are doing right now. Take a look at these videos.
I'm committed to Vanderbilt University.
I'm committed to Indiana State University.
I'm committed to.
I'm committed to
I'm committed to the Ohio State University.
Purdue University.
Belmont Abbey College.
I'm committed
To the University of Cincinnati.
to the University of Cincinnati.
I'm committed to
Thomas More College.
Thomas More College. I'm committed to Ohio Northern University.
Bowling Green State University.
The University of Missouri.
I'm committed to the University of Akron.
The University of Cincinnati.
Xavier University.
Miami University.
I'm committed to Wittenberg University.
I am committed to Wheaton College. Purdue University.
Vanderbilt University.
I'm committed to Navy.
My name is Katie Puises, and I play beach volleyball for Florida Gulf Coast University. I graduated from Mason High School in 2015. When I first got to school, I was super homesick, and I think college is an adjustment for any student, especially being 1,000 miles away. My biggest advice would be to make a family out of your team. I think it's really important to remember that the girls in your class are going through the same exact things you are, and that the older teammates have already gone through it and figured out how to adjust. So don't be afraid to ask them for help. Don't be afraid to go to your coach.
Hi, I'm Haley Moses. I play soccer and I graduated in 2016. And a piece of advice I would give for aspiring collegiate athletes would be to pick a school where you feel you could grow the most as a person, not just as a player, and where you think you would fit in the most.
How's it going, guys? I'm Reese Pontius from track and field, class of 2015, here at the Air Force Academy. Just stick through it, you know, it's a lot of fun. If you're not having fun, then, I don't know, you're doing something wrong, because back at Mason High School, track and field was one of the best times of my life, hanging out with the dudes, and, you know, beating kids at track. It's really a good time.
Patrick Kearney, I wrestled at Mason, graduated in 2015, and I go to the Citadel in South Carolina. The Mason wrestling culture helped me a ton growing up. It taught me to be resilient and really prepared me for the next level in college.
Hi, MHS. I'm Ashley Bolpenheim. I recently graduated last year in 2017, and I was on the swim team there my 4 years. And I'm currently in my first year at Stanford University, finishing off my freshman season. One way that Mason swimming is different from Stanford swimming, though, is for me personally, was transitioning from being a big fish in a little pond to a little fish in a big pond. And
my most important lesson that I learned during my athletic career at William Mason High School would have to be complacency is the death of anyone with any profession that they do. For one example, my senior year, my only loss was when I was being complacent and I was showboating. I was thinking that I had it all. I was undefeated. I was honestly obviously wrestling a scrub. He pinned me at the middle school there in the arena in front of all my family and friends, and made me look like a fool. I cried like a little girl that day.
I'm Haley Moses.
I'm Ashley Bolpenine.
I'm Reese Pontius.
Josh Klein. I am
Mason Comet.
Mason Comet.
I'm Mason Comet.
Mason Comet. Love you, man.
Let's have one more round of applause for our production team. Dylan McKinney, Coach Mernan, and his integrated media class. Great effort tonight. We appreciate all their efforts and everything they did tonight for this show. We have one more video before we send you off. And again, I would like to thank everybody for being here tonight. I want to thank all of our coaches for all their continued support and all the efforts that they put forward with our student athletes. And then once again, congratulations to all of our student athletes and all our teams and all that you do. We appreciate you. With that, have a safe trip home. Go Comets! Check out this last video.
In the gauntlet that is sports, you will either win or lose.
But whatever the result may be, success is an odyssey and not a destination. What will be remembered is not the beginning or the end, but rather the journey and how you got there.
Three of our team members lost their fathers this past summer and early fall.
Throughout the lifespan of a career, you will lose. But without losing, winning wouldn't be such an accomplishment.
There will be encounters of highs and lows, but your past doesn't define who you are. It only makes a starting point for who you want to become.
Through the triumph and passion, through the pain and suffering, the emotional journey that sports radiate keeps us pushing harder every day to achieve our dreams.
Because one day, your wish will be made, and your dreams will lay eternal.
I know you moved on to someone new. Whole life is beautiful. You were the light for me to find my truth. I just wanna say thank you.
Leaving to find my soul. Told her I had to go.
And I know it ain't pretty when our hearts get broke. Too young to feel this old, watching us both turn cold. Oh, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke. Yeah, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke.
I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest, and we wish we could come back to these days, these days. These days, these days. These days, these days.
3 years of ups and downs, nothing to show for it now. And I know it ain't pretty when the fire burns out. Calling me when I'm drunk, remind me of what I've done. And I know it ain't pretty when you're trying to move on.
I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest, and we wish we could come back to these days, these days. Oh, I know, I know. Oh, I know, I know. Oh, I know. These days, these days. Oh, I know, I know. Oh, I know, I know. These days, these days.
Cigarettes in the ashtray, reminiscing on those past days. I thought you didn't know my last name, but that changed. And I traveled around the world, think where you living